thousands of dollars later and 3 to 4 months later, I think running on 4 now, finally I am finished with Card Vault, my app that I have been working on so hard to create for you guys. Let's jump into this app and I'm gonna show you everything that you can do in this app. So here we got Card Vault, bam, it's low. Here we go, Card Vault, get started, bam. So now there's a few ways to go about this. You could either create your own account or go with Google, Apple, or even a Discord if you want. So here, we're gonna use my Google one. All your Google accounts will come up and then you are able to just hit the one that you wanna use. And now from then on, when you do log in, it's gonna go for that one. And here we go. I've already used this, so of course there's already things on here. Let's talk about this real quick. So what I wanted to do here is a way for you to keep track of the cards that you have and how many copies you have, really, right? This now for the common and all that stuff, you're really not gonna really care too much. But when it comes to like promos and, you know, secret rares, cards that are actually useful, then you're gonna want to know how many you have, especially with those staple cards you only get in starter decks. Anyway, let's get started. Here is your main thing. If you click here, this icon up here with the little body thing, you have your my screen or whatever you call it. I really haven't put much thought into this yet. This is going to be all updated. So the 4 boxes there, the 124, I believe, is the amount of cards that you have in total. 3, I'm going to lie to you, I forgot. Don't pay too much attention to that because we are going to work on it. We're just focusing on the collection part aspect first. But yeah, completed packs, top color, red, unique cards. So what unique cards means is you have at least 1 copy of that card. It's the best way I could put it. And then packs remaining. You have a dark mode and a light mode here. I love dark mode. You can log out. You can delete the account if you want, although you're not going to. Anyway, so now collection here on this tab is going to show all the cards that you currently have. Now if you go to packs, now we go into the packs here. You hit into the pack here and it's going to show you every card that's in that pack. Now there is some things I'm still working on, like the alt arts and all that stuff. So now here you see the cards that are not in color. Those are the cards that you don't have. So now if you do click, let's say we click on this Dolphmon here. Now we don't have it. You swipe to the right. There's info on the card, what it does, all that stuff. Swipe to the right again and we'll packs this card to come in. And then if you want to add to your deck when you're building it. So now up here, obviously you have the plus minus, you hit plus, bam, now it's filled in. So now when you go back, it's there. Now that's going to take too long, especially if you're trying to go through all of it and, you know, okay, I have every single card in the set. No problem. Hit this toggle right here where it says collection plus. And now that option comes up for you. So now you can just go down the line, hit the plus on each one, and it manually adds it for you much, much quicker. And now bam, there you go. So that's kind of the whole gimmick of this. And then starter decks is in here as well, which I personally love. These are only the ones that I have collected, right? This is just me playing around with it. So same thing with the starter decks, and this is just collection. Now you go to, we're going to skip decks for now. We're going to go to missing. So missing is everything that you're missing that you don't have, which is why they're all in gray. Same thing. Now you go with the packs and you have all of the packs here, majority of them. Starter decks, all the starter decks you're missing. Starter deck Gaia Red, hit on it. All the cards that are in that deck should be on here, besides the alt arts, which that's another thing that I am working on. So there we go. Now decks, build your own deck. Let's start a new one. We'll scratch that Greymon, even though there's nothing on there. Delete it, create a deck, Greymon. And now I'm trying to do this as simple as possible. There we go, we created it. You have your 0 out of 50 cards on top, 0 out of 5 eggs. Now you just hit search. So now the thing with here is that even if you don't have them, you can still use them to build your deck. It's just more of a reference for yourself to see how many you have. So now here we're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4 Coromons. Now let's search again. And now we're going to search for Agumon. And now up here, the funnel is for filters if you want to do by color, by levels, and type, whether it's Digimon, options, tamers. And again, we're just going to go through this real quick. 2, 3, 4. We'll just put whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whatever. You get the point. So now, let's say you want to export this, and you're able to export this as a picture and or as not code, but like writing. So if you play on Tabletop Simulator, you can send it to yourself as code, so you can now put it on there and you're able to test it for yourself. And now here we go. You're able to do it as an image, which is awesome. Then you hit export. It just takes you to another page where you can actually, you know, send it to yourself or anything like that, or tabletop right there. And now you have the code for it. So it's really nice. I love this. This is awesome because now I've always, you know, my YouTube, I focus a lot on deck building, and I only really do that at home with the desktop. So this just makes it easier for me to create decks. Now, you can only make up to 5 decks, and you see there's not going to be that many ads on this. I should say that first. So at the top, there's a black banner. That's going to be an ad. This is the testing version of the app. So you guys will see ads up there. And then you have restricted and errata. So those are actually also going to be for subscription. So let's talk about this subscription, Subscribe to Pro. So when you do subscribe, it's $1.99 a month. You can cancel at any time. You get no ads, unlimited decks that you can build, restricted cards, and errata cards are in here. I am planning to add way more things, but I just wanted to get something out there and get started. With your feedback and everyone's feedback, we're just going to create this and make it so much better. If you do want to do a yearly plan, you will save 25% off, which will be $18 a year. So you can upgrade. So in this case, let's say, so now after you subscribe, boom, you're all set. Bam. So now you have restricted and errata. You can build as many decks as you want. And let's talk about the restricted. Restricted here, it's going to pull up every card that's going to be restricted or banned, right? Either you could play them at 1 or none. And it's going to tell you why it was banned. It's, you know, I'm putting all the information right at the palm of your hands, so you're not going from website to website finding out what's restricted, what's not. And fun little thing here too, when a card is lifted, it'll also tell you the ban is lifted for the Tommy. Now with the errata as well, all the cards that have been errated are on here. What that means is when they change their text, but they're too lazy to print them physically, which you won't know unless you actually go to the site and go to the errata and then figure out what the hell they changed. You won't know. I'm going to put it on here. So now, for example, that Dracomon, you have the before what it reads and then after what it reads. Some of them are very subliminal and some of them it's a big difference. So all the Bokomon and the Plesiomon, you know, you're able to do it if it's if your opponent has no Digimon with as many or more. But the other one it says with more Digivolutions is the Digimon. So this is awesome. I'm very excited. Now you're probably wondering why they have borders around them. This is my thing. So if you have a card that you have 1 through 4 of, which is less than a playset, or 1 through 3, you're gonna have a bronze border, right? So right there's a bronze border because I only have 2 Yokomons. If you have 4 to 7, you're going to get a silver border. And then if you have a gold, which kind of looks more like yellow, but gold. If you have 8 or more cards, which is 2 playsets, which is what I recommend that you always have when you collect, especially if you're playing and you're building a lot of decks, then you want to have 2 playsets. So then when you have 2 playsets, a yellow goldish border appears around the card, and that's why there's different colors on it. I did make this app for you to be able to use it completely free. You don't have to subscribe to Pro if you don't want to. You have the main function of what this app is made to do, which is collecting your stuff, knowing what you're missing, and building decks. More than 5 is just enough. You really don't need more than 5, but it's just a way of getting my money back and supporting the app so I can implement more updates into this and add more stuff. Over time, I plan to add other TCGs on here. So it's going to be a very, very long evolving project. So I'm very excited. Go ahead and download it. Google, it should be up shortly. App, it should be up by tomorrow or today. When it releases, it should be up already. So thank you so much and thank you for the support. I hope you guys enjoy this.